principal upon Mr. McCrunk's retirement. The purpose of this scholarship is to honor students who have greatly improved their performance during their years at Mount Hebron. This student has demonstrated great improvement since her 9th grade year. Academically, this student's senior year was her strongest. Outside the classroom, she's one of the hardest workers you'll ever see. Holding a job several nights a week, she has to assist at home, and despite all this, she always has a smile on her face and manages to complete all the work required in each of her courses. She's going to leave quite an impression on every one of her teachers and her work supervisors at the same time. This is a student who has demonstrated true persistence, and today we would like to congratulate Aaliyah Smith. At this time, I would like to invite to the stage our former PTSA president and current PTSA scholarship chair, Ms. Laura Munns, who will announce the 5 recipients of the PTSA scholarships.
Thank you. The Parent-Teacher Student Association, or PTSA, is the one place where all the stakeholders at Mount Hebron come together. Administering memorial scholarships and setting aside funds to provide scholarships to graduating seniors is one of the most important things we do each year. The class of 2017 is lucky. This is the first year that the PTSA is offering 5 scholarships. Up until this year, there have only been 2. The PTSA is proud to be able to help support our own wonderful Hebron students through the funds we raise. We hope that this money will help you as you pursue your dreams. These $500 scholarships go to seniors who complete an application and essay and are members of the PTSA. The Office of Student Services selects from among the many qualified applicants for us. These can be students who've overcome struggles, met with success, or contributed to Mount Hebron in some way. The 2017 recipients of the PTSA scholarships are Adema Essien, Liam Hall, Anuka Mafatak, Isabel St. Georgie, and Logan Sigil.
Our next award is also a very special award. This is called the Viking of Courage Award, and it was an award created in 2016. Teachers realize that many of you have faced adversity or seemingly insurmountable obstacles during your 4 years of high school and made it here to graduate. The Mount Hebron staff would like to recognize each year a graduating senior who demonstrated this adversity, demonstrated grace, humility, and resiliency. A student through their actions and their character epitomizes this term, courage. Today, we're welcoming back to the stage the first recipient of the Viking Courage Award, Ms. Anna Marie DeWitt. And with Anna Marie today is Pat Sassy, the Executive Director of Bright Minds Foundation, who along with Anna Marie's parents have turned this award into an annual scholarship. For their contributions, this award will from here on be known as the Anna Marie DeWitt Viking of Courage. How's that sound? This year's recipient was described by the numerous nominators as optimistic and courageous, a remarkable young woman, a resilient attitude, always positive and working hard, graceful, humble, kind, and driven to be her best at all times. Remarkable, a model to her peers and staff alike, an inspiration to so many of us. She truly epitomizes courage. I would like to now present the Anna Marie DeWitt Viking of Courage Award and Scholarship to Jude Johan. Jude, don't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere, because I think Ms. Vitale has a surprise for you.
Jude, Mr. Nurek has something to give you. And it is a letter that informs you that every single person in this room thinks that you are amazing. Your resilience and positivity are admirable, and your ability to rise above is incredible. Keep rising above. The letter is also to inform you that a combined donation of over $6,000 was made in your name and in honor of Mrs. Cindy Fagan to the Johns Hopkins Sidney Kimmel Center by your class board and the Mount Hebron SGA. We hope your donation brings us all one step closer to winning this battle. We love you.
I don't know about anyone else, but I'm going to tell Mr. Miles that that award's got to be last from now on, because you can't really talk too much after that. All right. Congratulations, Jude. I would like to now present the awards for the male and female PJ Kesimoto Athletes of the Year. PJ Kesimoto was a former guidance counselor and coach at Mount Hebron, who was instrumental in bringing the girls lacrosse team into the national spotlight. The criteria for this award is based on Mount Hebron athletes who have maintained at least a 2.5 GPA throughout their high school career and showed exceptional athletic excellence. The nominees are then selected by a committee. The first recipient is a 3-year captain and a 4-year starter on the varsity soccer team. He had a game-winning goal or assist in all 17 of the team's wins his senior year, leading the team to a regional championship and a state finalist appearance. He accumulated 38 goals and 28 assists in his career. He made the All-Howard County team as a freshman and a sophomore, and as a junior he was named the Howard County Player of the Year, All-State, and All-Metro for the Baltimore Sun and Washington Post. His senior year, he was again named the Howard County Player of the Year, an NSCAA All-American Choice, First Team All-State, First Team All-Metro, Baltimore Sun, and Washington Post. He was also a 3-year starter and 2-year captain of the varsity basketball team. At this time, please congratulate the male recipient of the P.J. Kesmoto Athlete of the Year, Johnny Linsmeyer. Our second recipient has participated in volleyball for 4 years. Her honors include the Howard County Times All-County Second Team, 2015 Howard County All-County First Team, Baltimore Sun All-Metro Honorable Metro, 2016 Howard County Player of the Year, Baltimore Sun All-Metro First Team, and the Washington Post All-Metro First Team. She set the Howard County record for kills in a season with 418. A captain of the team, she won the Minds in Motion Award for 4 consecutive years, has a 4.0 plus GPA, and was selected to the Chesapeake Region Volleyball Association's high performance team for 6 straight years. Please join me in congratulating our female recipient, Elena Williams. Now, the last 2 awards have a long-standing tradition at Mount Hebron. It's with great pride that I introduce your selected Teacher of the Year, Mr. Van Prime. Mr. Prime will present this year's inductees into the Mount Hebron Hall of Fame and the Faculty Outstanding Student Award. Mr. Prime.
Hello again, class of 2017. The good news is, as my wife says every time she sees me, when I see you, I know it's the end. I'm not certain how to take that. The Viking Hall of Fame. Mount Hebron's a school that's rich in tradition. One of those traditions is the nomination and selection each year of students and/or graduates as members of the Viking Hall of Fame. Started in 1971, the originators of the Viking Hall of Fame wrote, quote, "Created in the belief that the pursuit of excellence is a most worthy and noble goal, and in the belief that those individuals who, through diligent application, have attained a high measure of excellence, ought to be recognized for such achievement, and further in the belief that others will be encouraged and inspired by the examples set by those worthy individuals, there is established for the purpose of said recognition and motivation, the Viking Hall of Fame." Now, the criteria for selection are extremely exacting. The faculty members who sit in the Hall of Fame committee scrutinize each nominee's credentials and discuss how well the candidates meet the lofty standards that are the essence of this honor, and thereby are to be awarded the Hall of Fame medallion. The criteria for nomination include the following. First, Each candidate must meet a minimum grade point average. Second, each candidate must demonstrate exceptional achievements in specific or in several extracurricular activities. And third, each candidate must exhibit outstanding leadership, character, attitude, integrity, and humility that set them apart from other students. The inductees' names will be forever etched into the Hall of Fame plaque in the main hallway of Mount Hebron High School. Now on to the first inductee. The first inductee into this year's Hall of Fame has made an indelible mark on Mount Hebron High School. This student has consistently displayed excellence and dedication in a wide array of extracurricular activities. He has excelled both on the basketball court for 4 years and especially on the soccer field, representing Hebron on the county, state, and as an All-American on the national level. He has done all this with grace, dignity, and humility. We saw this whether it was when he was a starting player on the varsity team as a freshman, being named All-County as both a freshman and sophomore, being named the Player of the Year as both junior and senior, and being named All-State as both a junior and a senior. Moreover, he's a member of the Rho Kappa Social Studies National Honor Society, and perhaps most important, has been a vital member of our Student Government Association for the past 3 years. This year, this senior served as president of the SGA and led the SGA in a myriad of school-wide events. This senior will be sorely missed next year. For all these accomplishments and many others, we are proud to announce our first inductee to this year's class of 2017 Viking Hall of Fame, Mr. Johnny Linzemeyer. This year's second inductee into the 2017 Hall of Fame is a student athlete who has truly left his mark on the athletics program at Mount Hebron. Described by his coaches and teachers as dedicated, diligent, talented, gifted, and hardworking, this student has truly earned the respect of staff and peers alike. A 2-year member of the varsity basketball team, it's on the baseball diamond where he has truly shined. As a starter for 4 years, and as a senior captain, he's led the varsity baseball team to appearances in 3 consecutive regional finals. His sophomore year, he helped lead the team that was both the Howard County and regional champions, ultimately making an appearance in the state championship game. He was a 2-time preseason All-State player as voted by the Maryland State Association of Baseball Coaches. He was twice named to first team All-Howard County. He participated twice in the Maryland Cup, a game featuring the top sophomores and juniors in the state, and was named Team Maryland MVP this past year. Additionally, he has played in the MS ABC Classic, a game featuring the area's best talent. His baseball coach describes him as, and I quote, "the most talented player I have ever coached. He's self-motivated to be the best he can be. He's modest. You would never know he's the best player on the field." Also, he's grown as a leader, from being the quiet guy early on to now being more vocal and leading by example. His character may be his biggest strength. With his humble, kind, and gracious manner, one may not realize that he's a star athlete. One teacher described him as respectful towards his teachers and compassionate to his peers, and is by far the best student I have taught in 26 years. Another teacher speaks to his personal integrity and dedication to growth, and yet another teacher refers to him as, quote, "the nicest student I've ever taught. His kindness is his greatest asset." Next year, he will attend VCU on a baseball scholarship. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to induct Jack Schroeder into this year's And now it's my pleasure to grant the final award of the day, the Faculty Outstanding Senior Award. Another tradition at Mount Hebron is the presentation of the Faculty Outstanding Senior Award, also called the FOSA. This is the only award that's determined by a vote of the entire Mount Hebron faculty and staff. And it is the opinion of this group that the FOSA recipient has demonstrated to the highest degree the qualities that the faculty would like to see in all of our graduates. These qualities include excellence in all areas of academic pursuits, leadership both in and out of the classroom, loyalty to the school and community is demonstrated through acts of service, and impeccable character traits such as honesty, respect for others, humility, and dependability. The symbol on the FOSA medallion, which the recipient will wear at graduation, is a burning torch held high to symbolize the attainment of excellence and the quest for continued excellence in the future. This year's Faculty Outstanding Senior Award recipient has been described as humble, genuine, and a dedicated service leader. This student has a unique perspective on the world that is refreshing. Anyone fortunate enough to know this student has experienced his infectious optimism and congeniality. On the court and in the classroom, he's always working hard to accomplish something, whether it was helping to win basketball games, lead Alpha Achievers, or excel as a student and earn a position on the honor roll. This student's ferocious work ethic has allowed him to achieve and lead successfully within Mount Hebron High School, while also making a lasting impact outside of school through his endless hours of volunteer work, helping those in need. The example set by this student is an inspiration to everyone he has encountered. This young man leads the Alpha Achievers with a clear vision, unique ideas, and diligent execution. He is constantly looking for ways to improve Mount Hebron High School and its community through his work with the Dream Team. In times of unrest, he rose to become a man of action, not simply a passive critic. He exemplifies impeccable character and a strong moral compass. He is always working to grow, not only as a student, but also as a well-rounded human being. On many occasions, he can be found with a self-help book in hand and a smile on his face. His method of leadership is to uplift, empower, and encourage a diverse community to come together by valuing the thoughts, beliefs, and experiences of all members. There is no doubt that this outstanding young man will go on from Mount Hebron and find success in his future endeavors. So on behalf of the Mount Hebron faculty, I'm honored to announce the deserving recipient of the Faculty Outstanding Senior Award. Congratulations to the class of 2017, Mr. Nathan Johnson Jr.
Class of 2017, you are truly something special. Truly. I think it's just amazing to see all that you've accomplished already, and with so much pride I can tell of so much more to come. I can't wait until Monday when we celebrate in front of our community, in front of distinguished guests, all of our parents. Everyone should have a chance to see what this class is all about. You are phenomenal. So, without further ado, you're going to get your picture taken in the stadium next. So what I would say, we're going to rise as one, as the class of 2017. Are you ready? I know. I think you got it. I think you got it. So, what we're going to do, 350 plus strong, right? We're all going to stand together as one, and then you're going to recess to the stadium to have our class photo. We will return here to get graduation tickets. But when I ask you to rise, rise with pride, with all the strength that you've shown. I present to you Mount Heaven's class of 2017. Please wait for the music and then you will recess to the stadium. Can we have the music, please?